Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some leaks with you guys. Alright, so, the first leak of today is the Jacksepticeye event. Jacksepticeye is a nature tank with taunt and healing skills. You can get him or collect his cells in a breeding event, a Monster World Crazy event, the Fraternity Team event, 2 special offers, daily missions, and Jacksepticeye's time-limited book. Go for it. Now for Jacksepticeye's book. Complete Jacksepticeye's book to get juicy rewards, including Jacksepticeye cells, Nebula, Vault Keys, and a Diamond Relic. This book will be active for a limited time only, so don't waste a minute and start now. Metropolitan era books. There is a time-limited book for this season of the Metropolitan era. You can complete it to claim rewards. The Metropolitan era book has also been updated with new chapters and new rewards. Go have a look. Now for a Monsterwood event. Monsterwood is bursting with cells, and check out our guest stars here because they're big. During this event, you can obtain free cells for Blast, Scrap Warrior, and 2 new Metropolitan monsters, Jacksepticeye and the Baronex. To celebrate the occasion, the limit of videos you can watch has gone through the roof. You can play up to 50 videos in a row and a total of 100 a day. Get your lab ready to rank them up. If you're under level 20, the cells you collect will be saved in your storage until you open the monster lab. And for the upcoming Era Sagas, Chapter 6 will be Emerald Nathura in the Electric Patrol book, and Chapter 7 will be the Baronex in the Wasteland books. And now we have a Choose Your Path for Tabora and Chimani. The Tabora path is the one that is available to everybody, while the Chimani path is only available to the people who already have Chimani. Now for the skill set of an upcoming monster, Death. Road Thug. Deals moderate nature damage to an enemy, applies negate healing to an enemy. Noxious Cactus applies a 50% damage mirror to itself. Hug Me applies a 50% damage mirror to itself, blocks out 50% of incoming damage for itself, requires cooldown. Metal Tornado deals low nature damage to all enemies, applies bleed to all enemies, requires cooldown. Oxidizing Source deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies negate healing to all enemies, requires cooldown. Stolen Vitamins deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies reverse healing to all enemies, requires cooldown. Feel the Metal deals very heavy nature damage to an enemy, applies bleed to an enemy, requires cooldown. Dead Nathura deals massive nature damage to an enemy, applies reverse healing to an enemy, requires cooldown. Now for her ultimate skill, Zero Nutrients. Removes positive status effects from all enemies, deals very heavy nature damage to all enemies, applies poison and nanovirus to all enemies. Alright, here's Death's story/lore. You can pause the video and read it if you want to, but I'm not gonna read it. And the way you obtain Death is from PvP. And her trait at rank 0 is Abomination. At rank 1, it's immunity to poison. And at rank 3, she gains a 50% damage mirror at the start of the battle. Now for another new monster skill set, Acheron. Underworld Guardian. Deals moderate dark damage to one enemy. Steals life from target. Unholy Demon. Deals low dark damage to all enemies. Oblivion. Deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, applies nightmares to all enemies, requires cooldown. Suffering. Deals heavy dark damage to one enemy, applies nightmares and bleed to one enemy, requires cooldown. Hatred. Applies damage boosts to itself, applies light hater to itself, requires cooldown. Rage. Applies double damage and immunity to control to itself, requires cooldown. Destruction. Deals heavy dark damage to all enemies, requires cooldown. Ferocity. Deals massive dark damage to one enemy, steals life from target, requires cooldown. Now for his ultimate skill, Flames of Despair. Applies light hater to itself, applies triple damage and immunity to control to itself, blocks out 50% of incoming damage for itself. Alright, now for Acheron's lore. Again, I'm not going to read it. If you want to read it, pause the video. And our final leak for today is another Monsterwood event. During this event, you can obtain free cells for Dawn K9, Pierre Pandolph, Nightingale, and Hornet. And there's a bonus. If you already own Dawn K9, you will receive 5 batches of cells for this monster. Remember, you'll be shown a bunch of videos every few hours. And that will conclude the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!